Wow, what a year and what a hype up video. Man, I want to get back to the track. Guys, welcome on into the 2021 Fan Choice Awards presented by America's Best Racing. I'm Julie Stewart-Binks. You may have seen me in such horse racing shenanigans as impersonating 13 different horses before the 2020 Queen's Plate, as well as being related to the horse Binkster. Not really, I wish, but my last name's Binks. The horse's name's Binkster. You never know. I, of course, do not know as much about the horse racing world and expertise as my co-host, Dan Tordjman from America's Best Racing. Dan, so great to see you here today and for us to be able to give out so many incredible awards to many deserving people and horses. And I got to ask you, I mean, you were back at the track this year. You saw everything that went down. How was it? What was your favorite memory of 2021?
Well, first off, let me say, JSB, the honor is mine. I am thrilled to have you here alongside to do the Fan Choice Awards. You have done it all in this business, and to have you given a little love to horse racing is spectacular. So thank you for being with us tonight on the Fan Choice Awards. Thank you for all your social media posts, which had me rolling and cracking up. And I do want to say also, this is not a full cup of milk here. If you're at home, fill up. Grab a drink.
Yes, grab a drink. Yeah. I also have I just pulled this out of nowhere. I have a little eggnog, little almond milk eggnog. Ooh. A bit different this year, but I guess healthier. And a candy cane to offset any of that. So
beautiful. A little nog. Yeah, I've got the eggnog too. But whatever your drink is out there, join us. And to answer your question, yeah, it was a lot better to actually be watching the races on track. I got to go back. The first race I saw this year in person, the big race I saw was the Preakness, which ended up being a really big, fun race, which I'm sure we'll circle back to at some point. And there were just so many big races throughout the year, so many clutch moments, so many emotional moments. So I'm excited to see who the winners are of the Fan Choice Awards. We've got 10 categories, 60 finalists, most of them chosen by the fans too. And ultimately, the 10 winners were all chosen by the fans. So it's really the only place where the fans' voice is truly heard. So I'm excited to dive into it.
Definitely. And amongst those 10 awards, there are 3 new ones this year. And of course, for all of you guys watching, you have seen this award show before. This is our 3rd annual America's Best Racing Awards, and we have plenty of awards to go. So let's begin with our first one of the evening, which is favorite racetrack food. And amongst the 6 finalists that were chosen by the fans during the early voting, the reigning champion, Hattie's Chicken at Saratoga Racecourse, was one of them. Would Hattie's get the title again? Let's see who the winner is. Congratulations to Maryland Crab Cakes at Pimlico Racecourse. What an incredible delight to be able to indulge in while watching some of the races. Dan, were you able to munch on any of those crab cakes?
Look, I ain't angry, but that's a little bit of an upset. That's a bit of an upset. I'm sure people who are watching now, you could comment if you'd like. If you've had Hattie's Chicken, I mean, Hattie's is known as, the
quite
standard.
Good.
A bit of an upset. Look, I personally love crab cakes. Everyone knows I'm a Maryland guy, but that's a little bit of an upset. So I don't know if that's a little bit of a forebearer of what's to come here.
Right. I mean, people's tastes have changed quite literally through all of this crazy time they've been through. But it's great to see when we have many different winners and different venues and different institutions popping up and being able to win an award. This is where I was eating all year. So jokes, obviously, but maybe not actually joking. Okay, so we have our first award given out. And what do we have next, Dan?
Well, we're going to move on to one of the most hotly contested categories year after year. It's favorite radio show or podcast, or the other way around, podcast or radio show, if you like. In this category, there are so many racing podcasts, but in this category, it was narrowed down to 6 finalists, 5 of which were first-time finalists, but they had to take on the big beast. The big beast is the In the Money Players podcast, who won the award last year, but 5 deserving podcast finalists. There are hundreds of racing podcasts. So if you're a finalist, you stood out from the pack. Let's take a look at who.
Everyone, again, that's pretty awesome. Too bad Pete had nothing to do with it. Just kidding. Love you, PTF. The rest of the crew. It's a network-wide award, and we're very grateful. Thanks again.
PTF here. So happy that you voted us your two-time podcast award winner. We really appreciate it. Everybody out there, may you win all your photos.
All right, it's 2 in a row. I'm not totally surprised. I mean, I'm super happy for JK and Pete. So congrats to that show, making it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, well, you introduced them as being the favorites, right? You know, they're the big guys at the top, and personality, insight, expertise, especially in horse racing, you really can't go wrong with that. So congratulations to you guys. And I mean, there's just so much competition because, as we know, I mean, the proliferation of media and podcasts and television, and we're going to get to a little bit more of that later on. But the fact is, people want content, they want knowledge, and they want to have fun. And those guys embody everything there is to know about horse racing. So congratulations to Pete and Jonathan. And we will now go on to our next award, a little bit different. We have our favorite small to mid circuit racetrack. So we wanted to give some love to some of the racetracks that maybe don't necessarily always get sort of the buzz as the larger venues or some of the boutique meets, but that really deserve the attention and to be highlighted. And so our finalists in this category, they come from tracks in Pennsylvania, Delaware, Chicago, Texas, and Minnesota. But the fans have spoken, and the award goes to your favorite track in Florida.
Welcome, everyone, to beautiful Tampa Bay Downs, where we're here to accept the award for Best Mid-Tier to Small Racetrack. I figured since I didn't even work here when voting happened that I was the appropriate person to accept the award. But we have such a wonderful track, and we're excited for the rest of the season. We hope you guys will join us. Thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Downs. And Dan, I got to ask you, I've only ever been to Saratoga before. Mm-hmm. That's where I met Binkster and started my love of horse racing. And what's it like at a small to mid track? Because it's clearly the dynamics are different for horses and obviously for viewing too.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm really the kind of person who, like, look, Saratoga is spectacular. Keeneland is spectacular. Del Mar is spectacular. Churchill Downs, they're all great. But you know you're going to be dealing with a crowd. I like kind of really having, at times, some peace and quiet where I can handicap, where I could study the races, where I could take a good look at the horses. And a lot of these smaller tracks, because there's not as big of a crowd in a lot of days, you do get to do all those things. And Tampa Bay Downs in particular, I could tell you, is one of the nicest tracks, one of those quaint tracks. And the one time that I went there, I've only been there once, before the races, a bird pooped on my shoulder. And I was told that was good luck.
Yeah. Did you win like all the money in the world after that?
I can confirm that it is not good luck. I did not win anything that day.
No. Oh gosh. How tragic.
Double
so
luck.
You went home with no money and also poop on your shoulder. So
exactly.
Only could go up from there.
Great transition. Betting is at least to our next category, which is the fans' favorite bet. And so there are so many different kinds of bets that you can make at the track. You can bet to win, you can bet to place, you can bet to show. Obviously, as you go along the line and become more knowledgeable, you could do the combination bets, the exactas, the trifectas. And then if you want to get crazy, you could do pick fours, pick fives, and pick sixes. Let's see what the fans chose as their favorite bet. The good old exacta bet, picking the first and second place finisher. It's like playing, I guess, a 2-team parlay. You got the first 2 finishers, 2 winners back to back. So it's a cool bet. It's a simple bet. It's a good sort of graduation bet from doing your standard win play show. So I get that.
I think that's a great bet too. As a new-ish bettor, I would say I would want to box it though. I'd say an exacta box because I always doubt myself. I'm like, actually, I love a trifecta box. I'm just like, okay, try to put something in there to sweeten the deal, but then go for a couple of guys I think are going to win, which usually never win. And if they do, I don't win any money anyway. But when you do get a dark horse in there, there is literally nothing better. Man, oh man. But we'll have to, I'm salivating over betting on horses, which is the wrong time of the year, but getting us ready for next year. And the people that help us figure out where we want to place our money, what we need to know about horses, what we need to know about all of the trainers and owners and everything that goes into pulling off the race day are the TV presenters. And we are now going to bring to you our favorite racing TV personality. This is a very hotly debated category, and people from coast to coast weighing in on social media. There's so many strong candidates. They come from NBC Sports, Fox Sports, America's Day at the Races, TVG, and TVG actually had 4 finalists in this category. So we know that this is very tight. And so the winner is, of course, incredible, but we also want to congratulate all of the nominees as well. And no hard feelings, but here is the best, in your opinion, favorite TV personality in racing.
Hey guys, first and foremost, thank you. I am so honored and grateful to be given this award again, and thankful for the support over the years. A year and a half of not having you in the stands. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Fans make the sport what it is. So to have you back and the roar of the crowd that only fans can bring is true music to my ears. So keep coming out. We love you. We've missed you. And thank you again.
Brittany, congratulations. Well deserved. An absolutely incredible broadcaster. And she regains the title after winning in 2019. Maggie Wolfendale won it in 2020, and also an incredible broadcaster. We want no one to have any hard feelings. I feel like I'm in kindergarten, making sure everyone gets, some sort of prize. But Brittany, absolutely incredible. Whenever I watch her on TV, I'm like, man, I could never do this, but she's just great.
She's spectacular. And it's so funny, like how the sort of kid gloves you put on to introduce that winner. You're like, well, nobody be sad.
Hey, media people, they, we got fragile egos, right? So, any awards ceremony, regardless of whoever's picking you, just want you to know you are all beloved in our hearts.
Well, the funny thing is, whenever we the 2 times we've let Brittany know that she was the winner, and we did there, and she sent in that video. She truly is shocked by it every time. She's completely floored. She's like, I can't believe it's me. And it was a close race this year. In second was Gary Stevens, former rider, who has a ton of experience as a TV analyst as well. So close second there, but Brittany takes the award again, which is super exciting. And another close category every single year, and this year as well, was favorite race call. So this is our next category up. Our favorite race calls and in sports in general, you think of them, they bring you back to those special moments, right? I mean, you think about big goals and big baskets and big home runs. And in racing, we think about the race calls. And so this year, there were a lot of great race calls, plenty of them as well, several of them from the 2019 Fan Choice Awards winner Larry Colmus of NBC Sports. We also had 2020 winner Dave Rodman, who calls the Preakness at Pimlico. Let's see, the fans, who did they select as their favorite race call for 2021?
The roar of the crowd is back. They're in the gate. And they're off. in the Kentucky Derby. Rock your world at Central Quality.
Hey everyone, just wanted to say thank you for voting in this year's Fan Choice Awards. I appreciate the honor, and I also appreciate ABR giving some love to us race callers. Here's to a great rest of 2021, and we'll see you at the races next year.
Travis, cheers to Travis, who's not only a race call, but a great handicapper. He's a great bettor, knows his horses, knows his stuff, and he's one of the rising stars in the game. So it's awesome to see Travis win one. And again, beating some tough company. When I mentioned, you've got Larry Colmus in there with multiple calls. John Embrial, the New York race caller, was in there with multiple calls. Dave Rodman as well. Big win for Travis. Congrats to him.
Yeah, congratulations, Travis. And what a call to have at such a decorated and incredible course and race. And so we choose you to that and look forward to hearing you call next year's Kentucky Derby. And, of course, with horses, there are old ones and there are young ones. And that leads us to our category of our legends of the sport, which is a new one this year. So we asked you what your favorite all-time filly or mare was. And so, for those of you who don't know, we know that a filly is a female racehorse that's under the age of 5, and a mare is a horse that is 5 or older. So this is one of these, at least this category right now. It's legends. It's a lifetime achievement award, and for everyone that voted, it's a coast versus coast. It's East Coast versus West Coast. It's Beyonce versus Rihanna. It's Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears. That's dating me 100%. But it is one where fans are very passionate about it, and they know who they want to win this one. So it came down to 2 runaway contestants. We had Rachel Alexandra and Zenyatta. And so we want to know the fans' favorite legend, their favorite filly or mare was. Well, congratulations to Zenyatta. What an incredible time that you've had, 19 consecutive wins. Sadly lost the last race just by a slim margin, but now you're back in the win column, because winning at America's Best Racing Fan Choice Awards is a win that not really many horses get the honor of having.
And like we said, this is our first lifetime achievement award. This is the first ever Legends Award that we're putting in. And I'm just waiting for the text from all my New Yorkers, from all my East Coast racing folks saying, this is an atrocity. How can Rachel lose? Rachel is the best ever. Recount. This isn't real. This is impossible. But look, Zenyatta was pretty spectacular. And actually, she won by a fairly comfortable margin in the end.
Oh, wow.
And so, look, Zenyatta, Big Z. Congrats to Team Zenyatta, including the legend Mike Smith, of course, rode her during her career, and was aboard for a lot of those big late flourishes. So exciting category there. Looking forward to next year and our next Legends category, which we still haven't decided yet what it's going to be, but we'll figure it out.
We've been thinking a lot about it, but it's, there's just so many legends. It's hard to figure out. But yes, congratulations to Zenyatta. And I love just seeing fans being passionate about it, whether your horse won or not. It's all about getting involved and making your vote count. So, if you didn't vote, make sure you go out there and vote next year.
Absolutely. And, look, it isn't only the legends. Oh, my God, I just heard a ding. Was that you getting texts about this category, too?
Yeah, I was actually just texting you, being like, I can't believe it. Obviously not.
It isn't just the legends that get love in the Fan Choice Awards. We also have a category for some former racehorses you might have never heard of for their accomplishments on the track, at least. It's the favorite OTTB in equine-assisted therapy. These are off-the-track thoroughbreds who have gone on and who have done really great things in their racing careers after the track. For the second year in a row, fans got to vote for this category, and the OTTB who inspired them most And to announce this year's winner, here's Kristen Werner from the Jockey Club's Thoroughbred Incentive Program.
I'm here to announce the winner of the fan favorite OTTB in Equine-Assisted Therapy. We had a lot of great finalists this year, but I'm happy to announce the winner is our 2021 Thoroughbred of the Year, Fahi. He's registered with the Jockey Club as Rock the Mountain, and he's affiliated with New Beginnings Therapeutic Riding Center in Palos Hills, Illinois.
Oh, Fahi. And I shared this story with you, Julie. Really amazing story. The horse was named after a fallen officer, and he does therapeutic riding specifically for individuals who are dealing with PTSD and other trauma. It's so incredible what these horses can do, whether they're former racehorses or not, but specifically transitioning a former racehorse into a career like that is just, it's truly mind-blowing.
But yeah, it really is. And it's incredible just how much they can help other people that have dealt with so many different things and tragedies and so many different hurdles in their lives, and having a horse being able to help with the therapy of that is really remarkable. And again, as saying, having a second career is, I didn't know too much about this industry, and I found it just extremely heartwarming and very wonderful to see happening in the world of sports and animals, of course, too. And we know with animals, speaking of, by the way, Dan, I was wondering, I really wanted to wear this tonight, but I was like,
I knew it was coming.
I bought this on Amazon for, a sketch a year ago, and I can't tell you how much use I've gotten out of this horse head. So if anyone out there is a horse fan, I highly recommend it, because you're always going to need. It looks like there's a horse chewing on my hand right now. Anyway, this is not, but I wanted to wear it, but alas, it would have been kind of difficult to talk and eat and drink with it. But I just wanted you to know I have the props here for the horse racing world, of which they're probably like, who the hell is this girl right now? My name is Julie Stewart-Binks. That doesn't matter, because what you want to know about are the people that ride the horses, and they are so much a part of these races. And usually a lot of what I look at when I'm placing my bets, because I want to know who's riding what horse. And this is a hotly contested, a hotly debated category amongst fans. And so we know that last year's winner was John Velasquez, and this year's winner is congratulations to Joel Rosario for winning fan favorite Jockey of the Year. I've been told that you are a very heartwarming delight of a jockey, but also incredible on the course, of course.
That's exactly the way I was describing Joel to Julie when we were prepping for the show. Like, he's just a heartwarming delight. He's spectacular. He is truly one of the most humble, kind of understated guys in the sport. He's also, I might add, dealing and recovering right now from an injury related to a fall in a race. And so we wish him the best. We wish him a quick recovery. We wish him healing, and we're sending all sorts of love and positive vibes. Now, I will also say his agent, Ron Anderson, did us no favors at all by leaking this out.
Oh, it was leaked? Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was leaked.
It was the first ever Fan Choice Awards leak. He did it unintentionally. We're just kidding. We're playing with Ron, but he did it.
That's how you know when your award shows become a bit of a big deal, is when people are leaking out the winners. So I think that we should be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, no, but just playing with Ron. But I could tell that they were excited, and it really is quite an honor, because there are so many jockeys and fans. If nothing else, they get passionate about their jockeys, and in good ways and in bad ways. And when the fans have decided that you're their favorite, you've truly done something that's unique and is something to really hold with you as an accomplishment. So, Joel, congrats. And that leads us to, we told you this would be a quick show, our last category.
Our last one already? There's got to be some other categories.
We got to add some more for next year. So write us, let us know, because obviously this went by way too quickly. The final category of the night is favorite race of 2021. There were 6 great finalists in this last category. The list of candidates features races where a horse bit another horse, like actually took a bite out of another horse. That cost that horse a win, by the way. I saw it at the top of the show. There was also a race that saw Japan win its first ever Breeders' Cup. And of course, there were the Triple Crown races, which were an absolute roller coaster this year.
Yeah.
Which one got the fans' top vote as their favorite race of 2021?
It is Essential Quality on the outside and Hot Rod Charlie on the inside. Essential Quality with a narrow lead. Hot Rod Charlie continues to battle on, and now there's an eighth of a mile to the finish. It is Essential Quality with the lead here over Hot Rod Charlie. Now a 16th to the finish, and it is Essential Quality, and he's showing his quality today. The champion 2-year-old has won the Test of the Champion.
Man, that was such a great finish, such a great race.
Yeah.
Hot Rod Charlie, by the way, who finished second, was just announced the Vox Populi winner for 2021, which means he was the fans' favorite horse. That's done by Secretariat.com, so we lay off of that territory. That's all that. But the fans spoke and named Hot Rod Charlie. That gutsy performance was a big reason why. Let's take nothing away from Essential Quality, who was an absolute rock star all year long. The Belmont Stakes. Lucky enough to be there in person. Great selection by the fans.
That would have been just so incredible for you to be there in person and watch that finish, how it came right down to the wire. Essential Quality, congratulations. Also, as you mentioned, the story of Hot Rod Charlie was unique and interesting, and just, how all of the owners come together. A bunch of guys went to Brown University that decided to do this. And of course, there's some family lineage that's associated with that horse as well. But I think the people that maybe might not normally have known a whole lot about horses started to get into hearing about some of the stories, right? Like, that's what we love about so many of these horses. It's just like, where do they come from? Their trainers, like where in the world have they gone to, competed at? It's remarkable what we learn through the horses about really like the rest of the world. Wow, that sounded just like so introspective and cerebral. It wasn't trying to be, but yes,
I mean,
horse racing opens you up to everything.
Yeah, no, but you nailed it, really, and I completely agree. And I think that's what America's Best Racing is for. You go to americasbestracing.net and you learn about not just the horses, but you learn about the people behind them. You hear about all these great stories. People overcoming adversity, young people getting into the game, which is what we're all about. And so hopefully we have brought people closer to the game this year. It was a great year. And hopefully going into 2022, we'll have more stories to share. So as always, go to America's Best Racing, americasbestracing.net, and check out our social media channels. We are all over the place, on top of everything all the time. I promise. I don't sleep much.
You were cranking out the content there, Dan. Bravo to you, by the way. Cheers to you for putting everything together all year round, and of course this award show as well. You are the heart and soul of really so much of the racing world and America's Best Racing. So thank you for everything you do. You've gotten new fans in like me, and kept evidently lots of the old ones as well too. So keeping it fresh. And I will say suggestion right now, I'm going to write it in. We should do a best dressed next year, a fan favorite. I don't know how you would do it, because people come with such great clothing ideas, but maybe it's like a type of hat or a type of outfit that was like on point that year. I mean, fashion, no one really knows what it is anymore, but I think that could have. That's my addition to the contribution to this conversation.
I love it. No, I love it. I think it's a great point, especially with the next big racing event being the Pegasus World Cup at Gulfstream Park. It's a big fashion event. All the celebs show up, and so we typically we'll try to capture some of that and kind of report back with some of the best dress. And
I'm gonna wear these. I didn't show them off. These are my horse earrings, everyone.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. So gotta wear the intense. Gotta bring the intensity. As
I just want to say one last thing before we wrap up. You did give me a good amount of credit, which I appreciate for everything. But I do want to say we have a spectacular team in America's Best Racing. Greg Charcuti behind the scenes, our producer. All these cool, snazzy videos you see, that's him. He's cringing in the background, hates when we give him any credit. But our entire team, from our written content team to our video team to our social media team, much love. Thank you for everything you did this year, and excited for a bigger and better 2022.
those videos were amazing. That was legit. I am so impressed, Greg. Congratulations, and everyone else behind the scenes. Bravo. We don't deserve you. Okay, well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for letting me come hang out with you, drink a little eggnog, celebrate some of the best in the racing game. And I can't wait to place a couple bets next year. I'm just like super excited about horse racing, seeing all those videos again. And hopefully we'll be back and have even more categories to honor some of the greatest in the sport. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you, each and every one of you, for voting, for watching, for being a part of all of this together. And this has been the 2021 Fan Choice Awards presented by America's Best Racing. We will see you guys next year. Have a great holiday season.